Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an easy, simple, and realistic elevator in 4 easy steps. So the first step is preparation, where you're going to need to get all of the items and structures for this project. So here's what you'll need for this project. Alright, once you have all of your resources, you can move on to the next step, which is building. Now you're going to want to start off with 6 of these signal sustains in a row, and then you're going to want to take your floor. I'm just going to use this as a reference as a floor. So I'm just going to place it right here, and then I'm going to put this smooth wall right here. This can just simulate your wall where you're going to put the button. Now you're going to want to take a straight conveyor and place it like so. You can place it anywhere that looks best to you. In fact, I'm just going to move this over one so it looks a little bit more flush. And now you're going to want to, before you place your next blueprint, you're going to want to take any blueprint that is 4 studs wide, and then so I can place this in, and this will be your door. It's not the biggest elevator, but you can make it bigger if you like. Now you're going to want to continue all of these conveyors until you get to the top. Now once you have all of your conveyors facing up, you're going to want to take all of these smooth walls, which are optional. You can put them in if you want it to look a lot better. So this will just make it look a lot better, and it will keep the piece of wood on track. Now once you get to the last smooth wall, you're going to want to take one of these smooth wall stubs and place it like so. And then you're going to want to place your ladders in. You can place these in before you put in all of the conveyors if you get stuck, if one of the conveyors places wrong. And now for this specific model that I'm showing you how to build, you're going to want to put a smooth wall as a floor right at the top of the ladder. And then you can place a short smooth wall on the side, and you can add your button. Now wherever your second floor is, it doesn't really matter where you put it. In fact, it doesn't really matter where you put the floors, it just matters that it all hooks up correctly. So I'm just going to put this second floor right here. So you can place these buttons however you like. I'm just going to rotate these like so the button is on the side. You can just have them flush against the wall. Doesn't really matter as long as it all hooks up correctly. Now you're going to want to take all of your posts, and by the way, you don't have to use posts. You can put skinny smooth walls like so, and it will cause the same effect, just less wood if you have the build powers bit, but if you don't, then the posts look cleaner and they cost less. Now it might be difficult, but you need to fit in all of your posts in the side. Alright, now once you have all of your structures in place that don't really have much to do with logic, you're going to want to put your buttons where they belong. So these can be wherever you want them. I'm just going to put them right here. Now you're going to want to take one of your pressure plates and put them up at the top using your ladder to get up. And then you're going to want to get a tile like so, just to guide you. And you're going to want to make sure that it is placed on the conveyor. And then you're going to want to put your pressure plate facing downwards and make sure that it is just like that, and then destroy that so it's not touching anything. And now you're going to want to cut out a little loose piece of wood, and it can be like this one I have. I set my conveyor, my sawmill, to one stud by I think the widest it could go, and then I cut it so it would be a tiny bit larger than one post and one tiny floor, so that way it will fit in. And now you're going to want to put your last post and tiny tile. So now once you have that in place, you're going to want to work on the door system. You can skip this step, but it adds a little nice touch of detail. So I'm just going to place my pressure plate at the bottom like so, and then I'm going to take my hatch and put it on the side. And now you're going to want to take your wire, and actually this hatch should probably be facing the other way so it comes out, so it faces this way when it opens. But anyways, you're going to want to put your wire and hook it up to your hatch, so that is good. Now you're going to want to take your wires and hook them up to the toggles. Now as you can see, if I just try to place them onto the toggles, it just says nil. So that means that you have to first of all wire up a little wire that goes like so all the way over from the signal sustains that goes over to it. If it's too long, then just finish it and add another one, and just hook them all up to the toggle. Now the way this works is that it won't say nil if you're not placing the first segment on a toggle. Now you're just going to want to hook all of your wires up to the toggles of the conveyor going all the way up. And to make sure that everything is wired up correctly, you're going to want to take your wire and hook it up to the signal sustains like so. And if everything is working correctly, it should toggle all of the conveyors, and as you can see, they have all toggled. And by the way, all of the signal sustains should be set to full except for this one, which is just one under the max it can go. But yeah, just place all of the wires all the way up till you get to the top. Now once you get to the final wire, you're going to want to place it at the very bottom, the closest you can get to it, triggering but not touching it. So this is about good. It's still touching it, but being as far away from this point, because we need to hook a wire up to this part and not have this one trigger it. Now you're going to want to do the same exact thing but on the other side, so this should be easier. Alright, now once you have all of your wires connected up, you're going to want to press the button and make sure that all of the toggles get toggled. But I forgot to mention that this one as well has to be the same rule as last time, where it barely touches the toggle but still does, so it switches it. And then the last thing that you're going to want to do before testing it is you're going to want to put a little signal sustain at the top. Now this isn't completely necessary, you don't need this signal sustain, but to make it work a lot better, I would highly suggest you use one. Now on to the next step. So this third step is testing. So you're going to need to put this in, and I'll show you how to do this. Now as you can see, if I just move this conveyor, and what I like to do is put this on my head and then zoom in so it won't get in your way as much. Then you can put this in. Only problem with doing it this way is that, as you can see, it goes up like that. So the way to avoid this is to just press the button, and that should switch all of the toggles the other way. So now, as you can see, if I put this right on in, if it will go, it's not wanting to go. As you can see, it doesn't want to go up, and then you can just press B, and once it toggles off, and once it updates or toggles off, as you can see, it will start moving up. Now you can get off at any floor. As you can see, I'm just going to get off at this floor, and it will continue up until it presses this pressure plate, and this will cause a constant moving source. As you can see, if I press the button and move far away from the log, as you can see, and then the door will open. As you can see, the log doesn't start moving up until you get really close to it. As you can see, if you get on it, it starts moving. As you can see, if I press the button from any floor, it will come down like so, and you can just step on it whenever you like. But anyways, that is how to build an elevator. So this video was done in collaboration with Bread and Butter Vids. If you haven't heard of him, he's a very good YouTuber who has very cool videos and even has a door that opens automatically if a player gets next to it. It is super cool. I would suggest go checking it out. Me and Bread and Butter Vids actually worked on this elevator, which means he's super smart. So if you want more technical cool stuff like this, then go subscribe to him. Another reason why you should go over to his channel is if you want to make this elevator way cooler. Except you're going to need a good understanding of how it works. Bread and Butter Vids has a great video on how this elevator actually works, and it will help you out a lot if you want to make it work very nice. Honestly, he's such a good YouTuber, and I just want to give a very big shout out to him. I would highly suggest you go subscribe to his channel, and there will be a link in the description or maybe on a card on the screen right now. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video once it's out.